welcome. This is Selling Houston P.O.V. I'm Bernard, and I have.
Ebony Royal.
We have.
Aisha Shelton.
She's no longer a special guest. She's been on
Wow.
a few shows, and she's graduated to co-hosting now.
And a hair flip.
And her hair flip. You know, Aisha, I've been knowing Aisha a little over almost 2 years now.
Yep.
And she's had several different hairstyles since I met her. And this is by far my best.
Are we gonna start off every episode with the shade of Aisha?
This is my best. It's the best hair.
No, the short was nice, right?
The short was nice. I like this.
This is nice, but I think I've just gotten used to you with the long hair.
I just
and it's
think
beautiful.
of that song when you're walking. It's giving boss, you know?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Remember that day we were like going to that networking event and then Aisha was standing outside on the phone. And I was like, who is that? I was like, she looks like a freaking boss. And then I turned a corner. I was like, God damn, that's Aisha.
Thank you. I had to leave. Baby daddy I had to leave. So we have an interesting topic today.
No. We must talk about we must go to the tea room and post and figure that out and let everybody know what is the tea and just kind of our thought process.
The tea room. I like that.
Yeah.
That's just it.
With the tea. As I drink my vodka.
And we're in the tea room. We need teacups.
Yeah, we do. We should. We're gonna get branded teacups.
Yeah, with saucers.
Yeah, shake your ice around.
So, what are y'all thoughts about Kanye West?
Ooh.
You know what's funny? So my assistant is like pro Kanye West. She like revealed herself.
Me too.
I was like, I think it's a youthful thing. I think that he's borderline genius, borderline mentally ill.
But isn't every genius borderline?
Yeah.
Because Steve Jobs acted the exact same way. He may have not been publicized, like saying what he wanted to say on Twitter. Publicizing, sorry y'all. But he wore no shoes to work. No one talks about this. I don't know if it's like a race thing. Like you only hear about the darker skinned people.
That's in a negative light.
In a negative light. You don't hear about the crazy man walking to his office and around the big campus that he built with no shoes on. You don't talk about how he treated his employees. But he was a genius. He put something on this world. He's no longer here with us, but he put something on this world that we rely on daily.
So he's certainly extraordinary, and that can be interpreted in a positive way or a negative way.
Yeah, I like that.
He's and when you say it positively, it's like he's extraordinary. But when you want to say like he's a little odd, but he's amazing, he's extraordinary. And I don't think there's a right or wrong to it. I think that, I just think he's an extraordinary guy. He ain't put no money in my pocket, so I don't care, okay? Nor is he taking money out, so I also don't care.
I am. I'm a big fan of zodiac signs, and of course he's the same sign as me.
What's that?
Gemini.
Okay.
But I knew that before I knew that I liked him before I looked at the sign. Oh, yeah, weird. He's cool.
He matches your energy.
He's no different than any other Gemini that I know.
Yeah.
If you dislike him, you can say it.
Oh no!
I don't dislike him. I just think he is strange.
I have includer in my top 5. Okay,
yeah.
So I'm one of those people. Like I'm really big on individuality. I just feel like this world judges people. We do, and I hate to bring up this person, but like Trump, I don't like him for our presidency. Mm-hmm. I don't like him to rule our country because I don't feel like he's a good representation. Mm-hmm. But as an individual, that's who you are. I don't have to do business with you, but I can choose not to do business with you. But it's like the whole...
Not when he the president, though. We ain't have no choice.
Huh?
Not when he the president. We had no choice.
Business with him.
I did.
Yeah. But that's my point is
them
that...
tax laws, that business was real good.
Hello.
I did business with the man.
Yeah. that's my point though. I could choose. Again, as a businessman, I could choose not to do business with him. I don't necessarily like him in that position, but I just feel like in Kanye's case, he is who he is. He says what he says. We may not like it. You don't have to buy his albums. You don't have to do business with him. Like, you don't have to like him. But I don't know. I think that sometimes we go so far and we're hypocrites.
Oh, goodness gracious.
I feel like we're hypocrites because, sometimes as a Black community, we can, man,
like disown almost. Like
disown, but then we do forgive other people that, I don't know. That's a very sensitive, hard topic, and Kanye is Kanye. I mean,
yeah,
it is. And you can not agree or you can agree.
Yeah, I don't have a strong opinion anyway. I don't care.
I think I'm with you. I kind of am the same exact way. Like, I really don't care. He doesn't affect me.
No.
His opinion, if it affects me or affects my child, or that's why I said, like, Trump being president, it affects me, right? But if it doesn't affect, I don't care. I really don't care.
Yeah.
So I'm with you on that.
Well, Kanye, if you listen to this, I'm a fan.
If you listen to this, so am I.
Purchased 2 pairs of Yeezys. If they still sell them, I will buy some more. Just don't like the way they make my feet look. But other than that, I mean, they're great shoes. And no one else did it. Other people created shoes way before your time. So I like that, and I like your business side. And I hope things get better for you. Because I think people do get upset when they have so many people against them as well.
There is people that I admire are really really intelligent people, and I admire fearless people.
He's very fearless,
and he's freaking fearless. It's like I admire his fearlessness, but there are certain things he says and certain things if I don't agree, I just don't agree. I'm one of those people, like, I can agree to disagree and move on. But as long as you don't, your decisions don't impact me.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
I didn't like what I was seeing. I just flipped the channel. Flip it. Move on.
Yeah.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, I wanted to bring that up.
I like.
All right. So yeah, what I there's a difference. So there's a May Gemini, which that's me, and then there's a June Gemini. They always say the June ones are a little bit more crazier. So.
No, I think you crazy.
Yes. So
I think he's brilliant.
Yeah.
I think you are.
I think
I would agree.
I think he's brilliant. I
try, but they did say the June Gemini is complete psycho. It's only when you have money is when people and you go crazy. They're like, oh, you're just psycho crazy. But yeah,
interesting.
I don't think he's no different than Steve Jobs. He just happens to be a darker skin color.
Okay. Well, I tell you what,
I put him on that level.
I 100% think he's gonna rebound. Like,
other. Oh yeah, he's gonna rebound. He's gonna get the baddest of the baddest on his side, and yeah,
it'll be interesting to watch unfold.
Very. All right. So, what's the topic today? I know we were discussing about college, right? Did you go to college, Aisha?
Yes, I went to college.
What college did you go to?
I went to the University of Houston and Texas Southern, so I have a master's degree, and yeah.
Oh, excuse me.
2 degrees.
Is it in business?
At all. I was just out here. Communication undergraduate degree, and then early childhood education is my master's, but real estate is my second career. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Is it your last career?
No, remember, philanthropy.
I just wanted her to say it. I don't forget things.
No.
Okay. Well, I didn't go to college. Well, okay. I went 2 weeks. Yeah.
Got it.
And I promised myself, if I don't go to college, and I was gonna get a really good job, and I would show my mom that I could make it without having a degree. And I worked.
That's your why.
I worked a job for 10 years to prove, and then she turns around and tells me that I was such an introvert as a kid that she had no idea. She didn't think that I would make it at that job because it was retail. And I was like, well, as a kid, if I'm in a grocery store, because I didn't speak to kids in the grocery store. Like when we would go to the grocery store, they would say, "Hey, Bernard," and I would say, "Okay." So my mom thought I would be that dude as an adult, and I was like that as an adult. Okay. But what had happened was I learned about this thing called commission, and I started working a commission job. And guess what? You have to talk to get paid. Yeah. So here we are today. I just love talking. So we created a talk show. I'm a realtor. I'm a business owner. I talk a lot.
You do. And I can't imagine a non-talking Bernard.
Yeah. A non-talking Bernard is one who's upset or one who is not in a happy space. So
yeah, that's true. I know that about you.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, that's me.
Got it, Ed.
Okay. So I did some college. I did not graduate. I went to LSU.
All right.
I did 3 years, and I was not the best student because I always have a big idea. So there was always a shiny object, and I had an opportunity to open a restaurant in a hotel lobby when I was 19, and so turning 20. And so I was like, oh, I'm just gonna set out a year, and I'm going to see what happened. And I was in that restaurant for 3 years until the owner of the hotel lost his franchise license and became independent. So my business was impacted then. And so, yeah, from there, I've just always worked for a lot of mom and pop companies or started my own thing. Or went into like retail management or district manager. So I don't know. I just never went back.
Yeah, so the reason why we wanted to bring up this topic is because generationally speaking, there was this pressure to go to college, right? But we feel like the new generation, the younger generation, don't, and won't. Okay. So and not everybody, but a majority of the younger generation, younger than us, are seeing more value and benefit from not going to college. And so we just wanted to dissect that conversation specifically. I think this can be related to real estate too.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But we wanted to dissect that conversation, but also to give y'all perspective of, college, no college, and where we are in life, which I think that all of us up here are equally as successful and have, big things going on, and the lack of a college degree or obtaining a college degree hasn't changed that for any of us.
Yeah. And so just kind of piggybacking off of what she said was, without having a college degree, does that impact you on being able to purchase a home? And based on our experiences, we would love to share how many people that we've served from a consumer standpoint get into a home who don't have a college degree, right? So life can still move, right?
It can.
But it just really depends on the individual and your hustle.
So I have a good story. So I have cousins. They're twins. I think they might be in their 20s, right? One twin went to college. One twin went to go work. We're from Galveston, so there's like plants in Texas City or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
One twin went to work at the plant, right?
The plant makes good money.
They make
it's hard work.
A couple of my uncles graduated.
Yeah.
I mean, a couple of my uncles make real good money. They do better than the college educated people in my family. Okay, so that's the story. Same kids, 2 different directions. One got a college degree. In 4 years, his salary, and he got a degree, his salary with the job coming out of college was like 38, 40, right? The one who went and worked in the plant, 4 years later, he got a raise every year. I think he might have got a promotion. He was at like 67. Right? And this is 4-year difference between the two of them.
And
the same person.
Potential debt.
Here's the other thing. One, 4 years later, graduated with a big bag of debt. The other 4 years later has, well, I'm not going to say a big bag because he didn't manage his money well. But if he did, and he has a family now. So he's supporting his family, taking care of his family. They have insurance. But his earning potential is going to far outweigh the one who went to college. Oh God, am I ruining the college kids? Don't listen to this, y'all. It's going to far outweigh.
Well, no, you have to, sometimes you have to analyze and look at these things because we don't talk about it, especially as a culture. We just like, you gotta go to college.
But even over the years, right? Like you had a 4-year deficit that you didn't make money, and this kid is at a 4 years ahead of you that for 4 years he made 40, 50, 60,000. That's a big difference if we're employing our money correctly in the market, or in whether that's the real estate market or the stock market or whatever it is that you're doing. That money is working for you. And so I cringe to say, and I cringe because I'm like, college is great. I cringe to say, like, you don't necessarily need to go to college. My kids, I want them to go for the experience. I had an amazing collegiate experience, and I've made some lifelong friendships. Not even just friendships that are colloquial, but friendships that are business relationships now that are substantial. And so there's some value in that. But I think if you have a clear direction of where you want to go, it's not an indicator of success to not go to college or to go to college.
I think that last point, it's not an indicator of success. Let's talk about a little bit of regret.
Really?
Yeah, a little bit, because I think that there is a lot of value going to college and learning certain things that I feel like. Now, don't get me wrong, you can go and take a class to learn certain skill sets, Microsoft Office, or maybe some professional etiquette class, or how to talk in front of people, how to write emails, grammar, things like that. And I think that that's where some people have a little bit more leeway. People that went to had a higher education have some of that. Okay.
Well, they teach it in high school now.
But watch out though. Steve Harvey says, which I don't know if he has a college degree or not, but he said, I'm not the best. I'm not the best at everything. I just hire the best, right?
Very true.
When you make the money, you hire the people with the master's degrees. And if you look at what's the Facebook guy? The Facebook
Mark
guy.
Zuckerberg.
What about Steve Jobs? I don't know that he
didn't
necessarily graduated from school,
but
guaranteed he's employing the best and the brightest. Yeah. And so, I think school is the matrix, and it teaches you how to be an employee. And if you don't go to school, you get this specialized skill set on how to not be an employee, right? Like you don't learn. Now we all get it because we get it from elementary school all the way up to high school, that there's a right and a wrong answer. If you're an entrepreneur, there ain't a right or wrong answer. It's just you pivot. Always. You're like, oh, that didn't work, we going this way. In college and in high school and middle school, they're telling you 2 + 2 = 4, right? And that's just it. And if you didn't get it right, you got it wrong.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. So thinking about the person who is not the entrepreneur, right? Who is a very black and white and going specifically for engineering degree, or going specifically to be a nurse, or specifically for some other, high paying, specialized. Regardless, it's an easier path to make that money, right? So you go in, you get this degree, they hire you, period. But so for the person who doesn't have an entrepreneurial mindset and is not self-sufficient, it might be harder for them to.
I think if you have to take the limitations off too, because if you're in HVAC, you're definitely making $67,000-$80,000. If you are in welding, you making $60,000-$80,000
trades,
right?
Trades.
And so college is not for everybody.
How many of our people are doing the trade?
But see, that's what the community college systems are for, right? They're giving people specializations that they can come out and still make a livable wage if you're going into the right trades. In the same way, you know who does this culturally? Indians, Africans, Asians, right? Like, you're gonna be a doctor. Or a lawyer, or like these very specialized, high-paying jobs. And so, if college isn't for you, you should be looking at what's highly specialized and high-paying too. And you could go to school for 6 months and come out and be a welder.
Real estate is not one of those high-paying. Oh my God. It can be, but 13% of the realtors are doing 97% of the business.
Yes.
We had that talk with our staff today on how we're double taxed and all of that stuff. So it's one that you must consider and really do thorough research on.
But jump in if y'all want to be real estate agents.
I'm on with it.
jump in.
Yeah.
So I don't necessarily think I'm with the trades thing. I think trades is becoming.
Well, my son got a trade. You know, he went through a Ford program through San Jack. He's a certified Ford technician, specializing in electric vehicles.
The future. I love that.
Yeah. And
coding. You don't have to get a college degree for coding, and that's a pretty significant skill that'll be necessary for the future. So it's about alignment.
Yeah, it is. No, I'm 100%. I mean, but there is just a little regret on my part that I didn't finish. I mean, only because I was
were close. You were very close. Yes, you were very close.
That's it. That's my only regret. I mean, obviously, I've had businesses. I make a very good living. I mean, there's nothing that I miss out on. Yeah. Really, I don't. So I'm thankful and grateful, but I wish I would have just finished.
Tesla V over here went for 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
And he's driving up. He the car man, you know.
Yeah.
2 weeks.
Got rentals and, in my opinion, living your best damn life.
Yeah.
You do okay.
It could. I mean,
but Tesla V has a mindset that, you know, that is a winner mindset.
Yeah.
A winner mindset. Like, there's no you know, there's no I'm not going to make it or I'm not going to do it. Like, that positive mindset that there is no loss.
And don't challenge Tesla V, because he's going to show up.
Yeah.
And meet that challenge. Like, I can't do
so
what?
I think that has
with
a
2 weeks
lot
of
to
education. We must let the world know. It's been 2 weeks of It was 2 weeks of education, and I don't regret anything because I think I learned my business mindset from my previous job that turned into me owning my own business, like operating with the brand. But from, you know, that's where I learned, like, presentations, you know, QBRs. You have to do business review. You need to put your numbers together. You need to review it. Then I realized, I was like, this is like life.
Real life.
This is real life. You know, like, life is about numbers and business, and you must pay your bills.
Yeah.
You know, so
mine is 100% just the completion, just the check.
Oh,
all right. So
that's understandable.
I went this far. Like, why the hell didn't I just finish?
That's understandable.
But I don't have student loan debt. Thank you.
Me neither. What about you?
Settled.
Okay.
Settled with student loan debt.
Yeah.
I never even put one on there. Yep. Never had it.
I don't have that.
See,
no.
Y'all already ahead of me. I owe people money.
No.
And I'm gonna pay. Never mind.
Just my cars. That's it. That's my student loan. So.
Yeah. No, don't have that. So.
Well, good talk, guys.
That was a great talk. Yes. So, do you need a college degree to buy real estate? No, absolutely not.
You do not. Just contact us, and we will help you through the process. Is it attainable?
Yes, it is. But just like Aisha's cousin, the not the one with the debt. Sorry, cousin with debt.
Sorry,
debt twin. But the one who had the $60,000 job also lives in a area that's hasn't got its complete tick yet, but has great opportunity to buy real estate. So, making $60,000 when homes you can get a home for $190, and he's progressing and getting his raises and stuff, like, I would have been buying some stuff up.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think most people to be buying they're not geniuses. They're just they just understand the numbers and the progression of real estate. So, you want to know more? Contact us. It's Aisha Shelton. She can be easily found on IG. Bernard Lewis, easily found on IG. Ebony Royal, make the royal move.
Yeah, but here's the thing. There's an Ebony Royal that's a singer.
Oh, really?
She is an artist.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's Ebony Royal, the realtor.
Okay. Well, you're also our artist. So. All right. Well, that's Selling Houston POV. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and we're on YouTube. So push the bell at the top, and it'll alert you every time a new show comes on. All right, y'all. Have a good one.
Bye, guys.
Have a good one.